is up? I don't
Happy
even want to
Friday,
look at
Playboy.
you, Moncy, bro. I love you, bro, but I don't even want to look at you. Because today is a momentous occasion. Marks our first guest appearance on Personally Injured, the podcast. So let me drop a little introduction on y'all. Because it's needed. Absolutely needed. With us, we have the one, the only, Lisa, don't call me Lisa Honickman. All right?
There you go.
She is a 21-year lawyer, a former assistant state attorney, a Stanton Kaplan veteran, RIP, respect Stan,
Yep.
accomplished trial attorney. When I say accomplished, by no means is that mitigating that she has, over like 150 jury trials. She's now the owner of her own family law practice, which is thriving, mind you. Proud mother, proud wife, and all around just badass. That's who we got with us today. Because, look, people are tired of seeing our faces, bro. That's where it's at.
100%. But I'm a little disappointed because God, that was an amazing introduction. You've
nice.
never given me one of those. Not one.
I tried it. I called you Ramon, and you cut me
Nope.
off mid-sentence. You were like, don't call me by my biblical name or whatever it was.
No,
and I was like, I'm sorry.
That's
I
my
stepped
dad's
in it.
name, bro. My name's Moncy. Get out of here.
I don't even know Ramon. I don't even know who that is. I've never met Ramon. I don't think.
Me neither.
I've only seen it in his signature block.
Oh yeah, that's
He's a
true.
myth.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
Well,
But hey.
it's nice to be with you guys. It's been a long time. A lot of life has happened, I feel like, since we were kicking it in Stanton Kaplan's courtroom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the life that has happened on my face and on Monty's face, but Lisa looks like have you aged at all?
I have. There are some things you can do to your face, that help a little. I don't go crazy. I just do a little bit here and there. But
Yeah, I see them on my credit card bill.
Oh yeah. Not my stuff. It's not a lot, just a little, only a little. But other than that, I don't know. I'm still short. I think that makes me look younger because I'm short as a female.
Well,
Fuck off. That's so not true, man.
That's why I
So
said as
not
a
true.
female. I had a
Nobody
big
thinks that
caveat.
I look younger because I'm short, man.
yeah. And Mons can't put on heels either.
Nope.
That's true. You
Can't supplement at all.
I can, but then I look idiotic. All right.
You could. It's a possibility. We're in 2026, right, guys? You could.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge you.
They're called lifts. For men, they're called lifts. Get it right, man.
Oh, that's true.
Like a solid cowboy boot look. I think you could do it. I think you can pull it off.
Yeah, I think you could too.
Not a
But anyways,
I've been watching you guys though. I watch your podcast. I'm very impressed. I think you guys have you talk about stuff that maybe people should hear but don't want to hear.
well, our goal is to pull the curtain back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, let's be honest, that show Suits has given the world just a completely flawed
Oh, it's a mess.
perception of what it is that we do and what our day-to-day life looks like. Because it ain't cool,
You speak for yourself, bro. I see a lot of Harvey Specter in me, man. I just roll around and I'm like, day in, day out base. I wear ties on Friday, Ian.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big deal. A tie on a Friday.
Yep.
That's a big deal. Especially a red
That's
tie.
a choice. Did you have a meeting today? Were you in court?
I had a client
In person?
in person.
All right. Well, then we'll let it slide. And let's be real. We have filmed on a Friday, and I have seen you in golf attire coming right off the golf course. So I don't want to hear I'm just committed to the game 24/7, suited to booted. Be real. Where's the visor at today? Come
Look,
at me with
I
this.
wish I could have come in that way. That was my goal, but it just didn't happen. It wasn't meant to be today.
Well, look, we have given the world what we can, letting them look behind the scenes at the crap that we put up with, hearing us commiserate, laugh, whatever it is to get this stuff off our chest and hear about what we do in the personal injury world and our past as, criminal prosecutors, which, we weren't necessarily on the level of Lisa, you know, and her
come on,
skill
guys.
set.
Come on.
But
Come on.
I have said for a very long time, whenever I refer anybody over to Lisa, I'm like, look, she has that incredible balance as a trial attorney between someone that can be tough, but yet also can like relate to the softer side of the victim and everything else, which is, you know, that's just a magical skill set that I don't think everybody has, and it's few and far between. So I've seen that in action with Lisa, and I don't think that can be taught. That's just God given. So when I'm talking about that, that's what I refer to, you know, because not everybody can do that, and I wish I had it, but I don't.
Yeah, you
So,
do suck at that.
I know. I admit my shortcomings.
I'm kidding, man.
Yeah.
You know, we
got
all have
that in
our
you. Get
strengths,
outta here,
right, and
man.
our weaknesses. You
Just
know
some
what,
peop-
though? Go ahead.
No. You.
No, I was going to say, I think we learned all that together in, 2000, hold on, we're going to age ourselves, 2000,
7.
no, 5, I think, 5 or
6. 2006.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. I had to go way back in the archives. You know, how much stuff did we have to put up with? I mean, I still have horror stories, and I tell people this. I'm interviewing now for a new associate. If anyone's out there and wants to work for me, I'm trying to find the perfect fit.
Good luck.
Probably a unicorn, but maybe, who knows? But do you remember all those boxes? I mean, bigger than us. And if you missed the wheel on that ridiculous cart, all your stuff came piling down in the elevator in front of all the defense attorneys that were just laughing at you, mocking at you, all that. Like,
it was
that was the training camp, right? That was boot camp.
I still think Ms. Brown sabotaged me. I think she just sabotaged my boxes and my cart so that I would always tip over or whatever.
She might have. I mean, it really depended what you brought for her for breakfast, or if you remembered breakfast for her, because that definitely set the mood with her. It was all about the food.
I just stayed away from Ms. Brown because I wasn't trying to have no problems with her, and now obviously I don't know if you guys have seen, but I hope it all works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we all hoped everything worked out for her, for all the years, all the kids, you know, everything that she did for lots of people. But I still think the training camp was those boxes. And then having to find that one file from that one attorney that you hadn't heard from in God knows how long that needed a plee offer on some dinosaur case that you didn't even know existed because he wanted to resolve it that day.
At you to get to the podium and just have memorized all 200 of your files, because how would you not have done that, you know?
Yeah. That was really, I mean, but how much fun did we have, guys? That was so much fun. It was torture.
Take me back.
Torture. But it was so much fun. I mean, we had like a whole fraternity, sorority, whatever you want to call it, going on there. Most of us had each other's back. Not everyone, but our team, our Stanton Kaplan team, we had each other's backs.
I agree, man. There was something about being at the state where you were with people that were your same age, knew about the same amount of the law. We were all newbies, but we had each other's back, and we learned together through each one of our cases, through our experiences. And I don't think that could be replicated anywhere else in the legal community than whether you were a PD with young PDs or a prosecutor with young prosecutors. It truly was the best job ever as an attorney. I don't think that I could ever have that experience or another experience like that again. And I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful for all you guys, and I'm grateful for everything you both have taught me along the way. And, I'm happy to see that we made it out alive from there, that we've grown.
And we're
that
thriving.
We have families.
And we're thriving. Like, we're not like in a mental ward, you know? We're thriving. Whether you might want to be in one at certain times, we're thriving, guys. We all made it on our own, which is hard. It's hard to run a business. Forget about being a lawyer for a minute. Running a business is a full-time job. Nobody tells you that when you sign up. You get your SunBiz articles of incorporation. Nobody tells you what it's like to run a business. That shit's hard.
So hard, man.
The administrative side of it is, as you said,
hard.
It's a whole second job.
Oh, at least. At least.
Just all of that. You just compartmentalize all of that and take out the practice of law. That in and of itself is a job that you could assign to one, if not maybe two people, you know, before you got, and then you still got to go, practice law. So it's like
Yeah.
lawyer by day,
Yeah. Yeah.
payroll by night, whatever else you got to put up with.
Yeah, I mean, and I know there's a lot of us, not necessarily us three, but there's a lot of people that I feel like just grow and grow and grow, and they've got all these people to manage. And I sit there and I think, I'm super proud of you and I think that's amazing, but that's too many people for me to manage. Like, I don't want to be in charge of all those people. I don't want to be in charge of making enough money to support me and the whole team and still be okay, and not want to, like, shoot myself at the end of the week. It's hard.
I mean, you definitely have to have, if you're going to grow and expand like you're talking about, you got to have really good people in place to be able to delegate some of that management to. That's the only way to do it. But
yeah, I'm still learning that. I need a training course on that. I'm still going through that.
That's what I was going to say. For people like us that want to be as perfect as possible, that are going to look at everything to the nth degree, it's not easy to just hand that over.
No, I'm a massive control freak. Typical Virgo, type A.
I'm not a control freak, but I do realize that if I don't do it, whoever it is that I've hired in the past or has worked for me will fuck it up.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm wearing a tie on a Friday meeting with a client.
There's always
I'm
a
the one
reason,
doing it.
right? Yeah. Yeah, because you want it done right. And
Yes.
if there's somebody to blame, you want to blame yourself, right? You don't want to have to blame someone else. Well, we don't want to blame ourselves, but you have to, right?
You gotta live
At
in
the end of the
accountability,
day.
man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So, talking about the clients and Monty having a client meeting, obviously, we are in the civil world, Monty and I, and Lisa as well, but, that word civil can mean a lot of things. In the family law world,
it's not a word. It doesn't exist in the alphabet. I'm convinced it's not real.
You gotta let the world know a little bit about what it is that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Because I remember back in the day, like, my first probably year of practicing law, and I don't know anything. And somebody says to me, like, yeah, in criminal court, you see bad people at their best.
Mm-hmm.
In family court, you see good people at their worst. I was like, yes, I don't know what that means, but I mean, is it really that crazy?
It's insane. It really is. When you deal with professionals, and I'm not going to name the profession, you guys fill in the blank, or the listeners can fill in the blank. Professionals that make a good living and are held to a very high standard in their career cannot make a decision on who's going to bring the lamp home after the divorce. They cannot figure out the $27 lamp that means nothing, where it's going to go, who's going to take it home. And you sit there and you argue about splitting retirement accounts and splitting up brokerage accounts and, time sharing with the children, which is a big deal. And now we're doing all these disputes about time sharing with pets because it's not in the statute yet. And I'm one of them. I believe pets should be treated like children. But
No, you lost your
unfortunately,
mind.
the law hasn't caught up to that. But we do time sharing schedules now for pets. It's part of the parenting plan.
I can't
do
do
it.
this.
I do it.
You have totally convinced me. This is an episode of Scared Straight right now. I feel like Mel and Sarah put you up to this right now, just to let us know, not to get divorced, because
Do
what you're
not
talking
mess
about-
around.
What
Do
you're
not.
talking about right now is like making me rethink everything. And you know what? I'm being the perfect person for my wife to say, you want a divorce? I'd be like, just take everything. Just leave me the fuck alone. Just have it all.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be that person if it got to that. You wouldn't.
Because I'd
you have
hire you to go
morals
do all that
and
talking for
values.
me, all that fighting for me, so I wouldn't have to do it.
Yeah, it's wild. And, I sit there sometimes and I'm like, the amount of money that you too, and I deal with mostly high-end clients. I have a lot of normal, average people, but the craziest thing I'll have to say is the high income earners, what they will spend money on fighting in a divorce, which means nothing at the end of the day, and the judges don't care, nor should they care, and are they allowed to care. But the amount of money that you're going to spend to go in front of a judge to make an argument about splitting up the lamps, the bed sheets. Who the hell wants old bed sheets from your marital home that you haven't been living in for a year? Like, what? Go buy new bed sheets. Come on, give me a break. But it's like the
So is
level of this. I don't even know what word to use. It's insane.
Is it real that they want all this stuff, or they're just being like vindictive and hurtful at every, turn that they can be?
It's a little bit of both, I think, Ian. A lot of it is I want it because I want it, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to stop at no cost to get what I want. And then I also think it's, you guys watched Snoopy growing up, right?
Of course.
Okay. So
Snoopy's my idol.
The peanut gallery. All the peanuts that in the cartoon, that's what they're hearing. And this world of people that are, quote, their friends, which are not their friends clearly, but they haven't figured that out until the divorce is over. They'll figure out who their friend is. It's just filling their head with nonsense. And I'm like,
we get that.
what
too.
is wrong with you? The peanut gallery.
Yeah, definitely get that.
Hey, my cousin who got hit by a car from behind, he walked away with $1 million. Why are you telling me my offer's 25? Well, I'm telling your offer's $25,000 because you went to the doctor 18 times and got 1 injection and there was no property damage on your car.
So you basically didn't really get hurt, right?
Oh, they're all hurt.
Okay.
Don't you dare say that.
I'm just making sure they're all injured.
They're all
okay.
injured.
Okay, different levels.
So do you find that like one gender or the other is more apt to this type of behavior? Because I saw this billboard and it was probably a couple years back, and it was like divorce, men only, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, is that real? Like,
it's real. There are law firms that are built. They only represent men. There's a very successful law firm. I happen to know the owner. I was actually a guest on her podcast a couple years ago. Only hires women and only represents women.
Wow.
It's real. And she's doing
very
very well.
She used to be in my building in Fort Lauderdale, like when I worked for those that shall not be named.
Okay. I don't know. She's a Jacksonville attorney now. I don't know. I'm not going to throw it out there, but if you Google me, you'll see me on her podcast and you can figure it out. But very successful. And this divorce for men, like for me, it's like, why would you, as a business owner, just take out a whole population of people?
I'm asking the same
just
thing.
Because
I'm
of
like,
gender.
is it that bad on one side or the other? Like,
I don't
you're just
think it is.
Cut your income in half,
For me, it's not, Ian. I mean, I do believe, though, there is a certain mantra, and I think it's probably like a personality of a family law attorney that just has their own ideas and beliefs about how divorces should be settled. And they tend to, I shouldn't say they, but those types of attorneys tend to gravitate toward either men or women, but they cannot maintain that type of mantra, I think, and look themselves straight in the face or have a judge look them straight in the face without representing both men and women. Because you just can't think like that and have a male client. Just like you couldn't think like that and have a female client. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? You lose all credibility. You lose all of your integrity. There's no marketing ploy that's going to work, in my opinion, to get you back to some form of normalcy. But it's happening. We see it a lot. I mean, someone that's paying for a billboard on 595 that says divorce for men, I would hope that their income and their business is way higher than what the billboard costs, which means people are hiring them.
For sure.
I think it's, especially in light of the fact that we all go into court and family court with an equal split. I mean, the statutes are pretty clear at this point. You walk in with the presumption you can be an equally fit parent, whether you're mom or dad, or mom and mom, or dad and dad, whatever the family dynamic is, with the exception of blah, 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 blah. I mean, the factors just go on until you get blue in the face. So you walk in with the presumption that you're okay, dude. You're okay, ma'am. Unless you're really messed up, and then you're not okay. So how can you just say men can't be good dads or women can't be good moms? It's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't even think of it that way, that someone was looking at it like, oh, I got to do this to get an edge. I mean, I just thought it was like, I deal better with these people, but now that you bring it up, I guess they may look at it that way too. So
I don't know. I tend to look at things differently than the average person, so maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know.
No, dude, you're well balanced.
I feel like you look at it in a better way than the average person,
I try to be, I try to be the outside perspective. as opposed to the lawyer, which probably is not the best business model, but it's just who I am. What's best for your family? Like, not what can I bill you every month? How many billables can I rack up? How many court dates can I set? How many motions can we file? That doesn't help a family get divorced. All it does is create chaos, make you drain through all your savings, use your kids' prepaid college tuition to fight with your spouse that's still going to be in your kid's life, whether you like it or not, when they're graduating. And you would think if they have a kid, maybe you want to be in their life as a grandparent. So save some of that money. You don't need to spend it on an attorney. Use your brain. Be realistic. Be reasonable.
Right. Let me ask you. Wait,
if you
touched
like
on
me,
something
great.
there.
If not, it's okay. I'm okay. Find someone else.
You touched on something there. How can they use their kids' college tuition? Like, how is that even possible?
To pay for lawyer fees?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's an account that's set up. So basically, if you have a prepaid account, set up, and you got to. I'm not talking, Moncy, about people that pay in advance up front. That would be a little bit different because it would obviously be protected either in a is it 529 plan or I forget the other initials.
Oh,
for
you're
the other
talking
plan.
about like one that you did on the side for your kids,
This is
not
like a savings account.
not the
Yeah.
529 plan. Gotcha.
Well, it could be a 529 plan if you're funding it monthly. So like if you're taking your hard-earned income and you're funding a 529 and let's say it's worth 30 grand, you can pull money out of that to pay for bills. It's not like locked in there.
I thought that you could only pull out from the 529 to like pay for other schooling, so to speak.
I think you can.
Depends
do it
how
for
how you do it.
other stuff. You just get dinged with the penalties on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And how are you transferring the money, Moncy? Like how's the money going in? Where's the money going out to?
I'm not transferring shit. I don't
Yeah,
even
you're
look at
not.
that
Yeah.
shit.
You're
I
not.
just pay it and I fuck off. That's what I do. I pay and fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. You're also married.
Speaking
That's
of,
different.
Of the payment side of things, like you're getting paid, either up front or as you're going along. We don't get paid until our clients get paid.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering, a lot of times that's a good fallback for us where clients are busting our chops about, it's not moving fast enough, or my uncle got paid, like Monty was talking about, like, how come it's taking so long? I'm like, hey, look, I haven't been paid anything either.
Right.
We haven't got anything.
Right.
So don't come at me. Like, I'm working for free basically right now. Do you get a lot of flack each time, like, that next payment comes in or the next invoice goes out where someone's just automatically just all over you, giving you a hard time about the case?
Yes and no. First of all, I charge a retainer up front that will get me through what I hope to be like the first half of the case, we'll call it, right? So, and I charge it based upon what I'm dealing with. If I'm dealing with someone that is fighting over lamps and they aren't coming to any resolution about, like their children, I'm probably going to bill them a little higher at the beginning because this is going to be someone that's going to be extremely unreasonable on a lot of things. So, I don't, like, people call all the time and they're like, oh, what's your retainer for this? Like, give me a quote. I don't have like a set quote. This is what I charge. It really depends on what I'm dealing with. What are the issues? Who's on the other side? Because we all know some attorneys you just don't want to deal with and you charge an extra fee because you don't want to deal with the other person. Nobody really knows that. I'll just say it out loud. It's out there now. We all do it. I think every field of law, probably every
wish I could
profession.
We don't find out who's on the other side until
you
we're
don't.
well into it, and
Oh.
then we're like, oh shit.
Well, I
And
usually
either
know
way,
at the
it's the
beginning.
same percentage.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
that's true.
file one and I'm just like, fuck this dickhead.
Yep.
You get
Here
it.
comes
you
that
get
notice
it.
of appearance, and you're like,
Yeah. Well, we had that in our criminal cases. Remember, as prosecutors, you're like
Yep.
getting ready for trial, and they do a switcheroo before trial, and now you're trying a 5-week trial on some armed robbery with some attorney that, can't even pronounce their full name without falling on the floor.
so
Think of a couple.
I've
of those.
heard a while back. I heard that
Actually.
some attorneys in the family world will do like 2 separate retainers, where it's like this is the 24-hour day retainer at this hourly rate, which is much higher than the like 9 to 5, and of course everybody out of the gate picks the 9 to 5, and then tries to call you at 7 p.m. at night to and then you're like, hey, you picked the one retainer. Sorry, we gotta go with you can up it now, and then like, sure, fine, whatever, and then all of a sudden they're on that higher rate, and then they're just blowing up your phone nonstop.
I've never heard of that before, actually. I'm sure people do it. I haven't heard about it on my end. But the way I handle that, which I think is a reasonable way, I have a regular hourly rate during normal business hours. I have an
Okay.
increased rate in one retainer, one agreement. If you call me after hours, which is after 6:30 during the week, on weekends, or on any federal holidays, then it kicks in. Now, the difference is, and unless it's an emergency, and I have a very detailed description of what an emergency is, it's not my husband picked up my daughter at 5 and was supposed to come at 4. No, that's not it. That's not an emergency. Sorry, I'll talk to you on Monday during regular business hours. Is your kid okay? Yeah. Are they having fun? Yeah. They're at the basketball game with their dad. Have a great weekend. See ya. And I just
I'm
billed you
so
the after
jealous.
hours rate because that's not when I'm working.
So jealous.
I would be the
But-
worst. The worst.
but-
I'd be such a softie. I'd be like, fuck it, bro, whatever. I'm not even gonna charge you for the call.
Well, I don't all the time, Moncy, honestly, which is silly because I should. I spend a lot of holidays on the phones with clients, and my family, husband and kids are like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You're supposed to be on a trip. What are you doing?" "Oh, it's just one call." And then my 13-year-old is like, "Yeah, whatever, Mom." An hour later, she's done all the rides in the water park, and I'm still on the
Yeah.
call. She's like, "Yeah, whatever." One day she'll
So is
figure
that-
out a billable, right?
Is that one of the
Let's
worst
hope not.
times for you? Is the holidays
true.
because everything gets more sensitive then?
Sometimes certain holidays, yes. It's not every holiday because I usually take time off on a lot of the holidays because when my kids are out of school, I try to be with them on holidays. But for some reason, there's certain times a year that just I feel like create, a ridiculous amount of chaos for no reason. Christmas is a big one. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, it's a big fight. And the other big fight I'm seeing, which I really didn't see for a long time, I guess maybe it's trending, is fighting over summer camp.
Oh.
What camp your kid is going to go to for the summer. And a lot of it is sleepaway camp. Like, which sleepaway camp are they going to go to? In what state are they going to go? Now, if you think about it, I mean, my kids don't do sleepaway camp yet. They might soon. But the amount of money you're shelling out to put them in sleepaway camp, to me, doesn't amount to the money you're going to pay an attorney to fight about whether or not they should go to that camp. You're basically at zero, guys.
Yeah, that's a wash.
It's crazy.
Just get them to
Like,
the camp. Or do
just-
both camps.
Well, thank you. I just made that suggestion this morning. Half the summer, Dad picks the camp. The other half of the summer, Mom picks the camp. See ya. Neither one of you guys are spending time with your kid in the summer because they're at sleepaway camp, and you're not parenting now for 7 weeks. That's
Yeah,
priceless
they're
right
just
there.
out.
That's priceless.
Experiencing life again, dating.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
whatever. Fill in the blank. I don't care what you're doing. You're not parenting. That's hard in itself. Just being
Yeah.
a parent. How about that?
The cost benefit analysis
ugh.
of shit like that, when emotions are involved, it gets kind of
yeah.
skewed, I would guess.
Yeah, summer camp. I'm like, what are we doing here? It's crazy to me. But no,
With all
it
the, like-
happens. It does happen. But certain holidays, yes. There's not every holiday, that's like a big fuss. But usually, right when the kids go back to school, so, I mean, most of us, South Florida, like September is usually a really crazy month for me because everybody goes back to school and I feel like they're over the summer drama. And now we're back to a routine, the daily grind, and they're realizing I cannot do this. No more. I'm done. So that's a
So
big
with all
time of year.
like
And
the-
January too, right when the Christmas holidays are over. Because nobody that's smart, I think, and has a brain is really gonna serve their ex unless they want to be a jerk and an asshole during the Christmas holiday. Like, wait till January.
I got it.
Unless you care about taxes and you need to have your divorce filed before January 1 because you need
Oh.
to figure out your taxes for that calendar year and married versus head of household. All of that is affected by the date you file. So you could file
that's a tough
December
call.
31st and file January
Ooh.
1st. Depending on the year and what the tax issues are for that year, it could really fuck you up.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, yeah.
This
You got
sounds like an
served.
absolute nightmare. Nightmare.
That's why people should stay
So-
married.
Oh, trust me, I'm
I'm kidding. People
I'm
should
not
not
getting
stay
divorced.
married. Erase that.
Yeah.
Edit that.
she might. Yeah, you don't want that. That's
No.
bad for business for you. But,
Yeah.
but
It's
like you're gonna
that's
edit
good
that.
for
Cars
business.
for
That's
us.
good for business to stay married right here.
That's true. I said erase it. Edit this shit. No, but
Oh, we'll
sometimes
get it out of there.
sometimes you have to say to people, maybe you guys should try to reconcile. I mean, I just said that to a client this week, and she's like, nobody's ever said that to me before. And I'm like, maybe you're not ready to file for divorce. Maybe you need to just take a chill pill for a little while, give yourself some time to think, and see what works. I mean, I'll never forget, I had a case, 2 doctors fighting and fighting and fighting. Restraining orders on behalf of their children, you know, big problems at school functions, you know, guardian ad litem involved, trying to make a recommendation about what's in the children's best interest, $50,000 in attorney's fees. And one day they see each other at one of the kids' sports events. I forgot what one it was. It doesn't really matter. And the child said something to her dad about missing dad with mom. And 2 weeks later, they got back together.
That's awesome.
They're still together. I checked the docket to see if they had filed. They did not.
Wow.
So it happens. It happens.
It's like a happy story. I didn't even,
Yeah.
I just assumed it was all. So, I mean, I gotta figure that makes it's not as fun business wise for you, but
Right.
it at least gives you some feeling of like it's not all families, you know, being deconstructed in front of you all the time, right?
No, it's not. And I do adoptions, and those are my heart. And my heart just, I'm so glad I learned how to do adoptions. A lot of lawyers don't know how, and it's not that complicated, but I don't know why people can't figure it out. We all probably have issues with that. It is the most rewarding experience. I mean, I cry every time I'm in court at those adoptions. I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm going to be fine. I don't even know these people that well. But it's like heart-wrenching, you know, to see families, you know, somebody that would never have this type of life, and here they are. They're set up for life. You know, their grandkids are set up. They're just, and I don't mean like on the money train and stuff like that. I just mean being able to be provided for and having the best life that they possibly can. And the judges love it. If they have an adoption on their docket, you want to be on that docket that day.
Oh, like with your others?
Yes,
'Cause they're in
you
good
want to
moods?
be there. You
Yeah.
want to be there because they are just in the most joyful mood. All of them. They just, you know, there's something about it. It's a really unique, rewarding experience, which I try to point that stuff out, guys, because a lot of days I'm just like, why am I doing this? Like, what's the reason here? Am I helping people? Am I hurting people? Like, have I made a difference? You know, why? But then you have moments like that, and you're like, this is why. This is the reason.
Do you have trouble, like, you know, being able to, it's such a, you know, contentious scenario and so, like, emotional. Is it hard to leave that stuff, like, at the office and compartmentalize it?
Yes, it is. I'm wondering if you should dial in my husband, Tony.
Yeah,
and-
I'm gonna call Tony.
You guys
I'm gonna
know
give him
Tony.
a text.
Give-
I'm pretty sure I
give
still
him a
got his
buzz.
phone number somewhere over here.
Yeah,
I might just
he hasn't
text him.
changed it in like 20 years. He would probably have a different opinion than what I'm about to tell you guys, but I think some days are really hard, and it's very hard for me to, you know, put all that stuff in like a mental compartment, you know, and go on with my normal routine, you know, especially when, you know, you're pulled in 50 different directions as a mom or dad, you know, doing a million things, and you have a daily schedule of stuff, you know. Some days are harder, and I try to recognize that as a human, you know, like, hey guys, I've had a really messed up day today, like, cut me some slack, you know.
Right.
I mean, I my kids are older now, so I feel like I can tell them that, and they're like, oh, what happened in court? I'm like, no, it's not that. It's not about court. It's just, you know, everything, you know, it's a lot of it. So I'm working on that. It's been a while for me, but I am working on that because I think all of us need to have a cut, you know, between what we do in the office and what we, you know, the parent that we want to be and the spouse that we want to be at home. Some days are easier, you know, it just, I wish there was like a magical potion that you could take, you know, to just cut the bullshit out and just wipe it clean. But
Yep.
It's hard, you know.
Well, then you got the friends and family that I'm sure are coming up to you for like free advice here or there, like, you know, did you see like Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, like just
Yeah.
just what you want to talk about is like some you know, sensationalized divorce proceedings in your free time, like when you're at the barbecue, like, yeah, I totally want to, you know, my mom will call me on like, did you see this accident? What do you think what's gonna happen? I'm like,
your
"Well, I don't
mom,
want to talk
yeah.
about another car accident.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's hard. I think the hardest part, and it just happened this morning actually, but I do a lot of volunteer work at my kids' school because I'm a control freak. Maybe you're not, Moncy, but I am, and I want to know all about what they're doing. I want to know their teachers. I want to know their friends. I want all the dirty details still. Hopefully that will be the case for a long time.
No, that's my wife's job, man. I got nothing to do with that.
Why is that a wife's job, though?
Why?
What? Why is that a wife's job? I hear that a lot.
Because she likes to do it, and I don't. I just don't care. Like right
Okay.
now, she just texted me, and I don't know if your kids go to like public school or whatever. One my son does. My daughter goes to the ridiculously most expensive all-girls Catholic school down here in Miami. All right, and she's only in first grade, so I'm in it for another 11 years, Lisa. But for my son right now, my poor son's in fourth grade. Yeah, my son's in fourth grade right now, and he just took his FAST test, right?
Oh.
And luckily for him, he's smart like my wife. My wife, hey, Lisa, you wouldn't believe this. My wife was like valedictorian of her high school, that really expensive, school that my daughter goes to. She went to Duke. I mean, she's just like,
wow,
super smart. So
Bro, you outkicked your coverage on that.
Hey, Ian, she's also 5'10", bro. I've done a lot of good things in my life that I must have got this exceptional wife. All right.
Wow, I didn't know she was that tall. I knew she was tall, but that's tall. Your kids are gonna be tall.
Hopefully, we'll see. But it's kind of weird, like when I hold her hand in public, like I'm like this, like lifting up. It's like it's a weird thing being a short guy, like trying to hold your tall wife's hand. Like, don't even get me started on like trying to kiss her like when we're standing up. That's a weird thing too. But you gotta get on your tippy toes and whatnot. But either way, she's like she went to Duke also, so she's like really, really smart. Luckily, my son got that because he just like nailed his FAST out of like the park. He took him yesterday and today, got a 5 and a 5, right? So
wow, that's a big deal.
I know, he's a smart dude. So she's like texting me. I'm looking at it, and I look at it, and I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? I got no clue. She had explained to me that means that he did 98th percentile, 97th percentile.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like, okay,
major.
That's good.
That's major. That's a really good score.
But that's
Congrats
why I
to
let
your
her
son.
handle it. I'ma fuck that up. So I'd rather my smart wife handle all the school shit. So I got smart kids, and then we'll be all right. Luckily, my daughter's more. My son's more like her. My daughter's more like me. Thank God we got her into that super expensive school, because I don't know if we would have been able to get her in high school, bro. So we'll see how it goes.
She's in first grade. So what is she? 7? 6?
She just turned 7.
7.
She turns 8 in November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The parenting part is hard. Like, where's the rule book for that? Like, where's the policy book? Where's the procedures? Like, I need that.
Well, I just look at everything my parents did incorrectly, and I'm like, don't do that. And they're great parents. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to, and then the one part that I can't figure out is, I don't know about you guys, but I got my ass whooped a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And now
That's not a thing anymore. Can't do that
I've never
anymore.
spanked either of my girls, but I am constantly in that analysis. I'm like, where something happens, I'm like, I would have got hit right there. That's what I would have got hit. And I'm like, I got maybe 1 or 2 things left in my non-physical violence playbook, and then I think I'm just gonna leave the room because I don't know what else to do.
Oh my God, you sound
no
just like
examples
my
to look
husband.
at.
When it gets to that point, he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And he's like, you need to handle it. And he walks
I don't do
out,
that.
and he's like, you handle it, because he doesn't know what to say to the girls. Because some of them can be very rebellious.
Oh,
They
it scares the shit out of me.
Push the
teenage
envelope.
years.
Yeah, my daughter just turned 13 Friday. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
And she's
It's
really
wild.
tall, Moncy. She's way taller than me. Tony's tall.
Tony's a
thank
tall
God.
guy. By the way, I had
Yeah.
his number. I just shot him a picture text of our conversation
Oh, good.
happening right
Okay,
here.
good.
I hope he
Good.
sees it.
Oh, he probably will. You should interview him and ask him if he thinks I can keep my shit at the office.
I
and
don't
not
think
bring
we
it
should do
home.
any of that. And I'll be quite honest with you, because like I said, I'm scared straight right now. You just kind of like put me in my place.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
home and I'm going to behave. And before we leave, I'm going to ask you, hey, and not an AI bot, what I should get my wife for Mother's Day so I don't get myself in trouble and she's not calling you, so I'm in trouble.
That's a good one. That's a good question. Okay, so you can never go wrong with roses unless she has
I'm
an
going to
allergy.
do that. That's
Okay.
that's bare
Okay.
minimum.
That's the bare minimum. I always think a spa day, if she likes
Yes,
spas.
so I'm on the right track. That's what I was thinking too.
Okay, I love a spa day. I think that is the way to go. And then, I just thought of this while we're sitting here. You should give your kids a yes day with their dad and give your wives a full day off.
Fuck no, that's not happening. They are not getting a yes day. I will
'em a
give
yes
my
day.
wife the day off, but my kids are not getting a yes day. Nope.
Why? Why? They should be rewarded.
My kids should be
for the
rewarded.
mothering?
Yes.
They
They
get
should
rewarded
give
for
they
the
should give
mothering?
me a yes day. All right? They should just come with me.
Yeah.
What would
As
your
soon
yes
as-
day
Alright.
be? Give me an idea.
Hey.
What is?
Pretty simple. Hey, you take out the trash, all right? You're doing trash today. You cleaning the pool. Boom. Yes day for dad.
Yeah. Maybe for Father's Day.
No,
Yeah,
man.
As soon as you brought this up, in my mind, my first thought was, would this ever be reciprocated? It won't. Let's be real. It won't.
What do you mean it won't be reciprocated? I'm confused.
If I gave out a day off and a yes day and all these things come Father's Day,
You wouldn't
it
get
would
that?
be no.
He is just pissed he's
It'd be
not gonna
like,
get
get
roses
back
and
to
a spa
work.
day.
Get up there and finish renovating that bathroom, bitch, and whatever else is on the docket.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls. I got 3 Latin women whooping my ass every day, and they are clones of their mom.
Yeah.
So it's like a triple attack deposition up in my grill about everything that I do.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
you
they're
clear
proud
out all
of
the
their
spiders
daddy.
in that bathroom yet, or what, bro?
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're proud
Yeah,
of their daddy, I'm sure. Both of you guys. I'm sure they're proud.
are.
Look how far you guys have come, honestly.
They love me.
We've come a
but
long
they
way, all of
also
us.
love to kick my ass. You
Well,
know?
I think that's kind of part of fathering, especially girl dads.
I'm sure.
It's like
That,
boot camp, but
And I feel
hazing.
like
it's
it's
like
partly
fraternity
my fault.
hazing.
Because if they were boys, I'd be like, shut up. What's wrong with you? Like,
You would?
don't cry. No, we're not doing that. But because they're girls, I have contributed to this problem of like, oh, princess, what's wrong? Like, and anything that they ask for, I'm doing it. I don't know how to change that. It's just genetically programmed. I can't, So yeah, I don't think come Father's Day in June we'll have to do a repeat epi, circle back
Yeah,
and see
let's do
whether
it.
we're getting days off and shit. I don't believe it's happening.
Well, I'm just thinking, when have I had a day off? Like, I'm sure your wives would be like, when have I had a day off? A full day off. Not texting from your phone, not coordinating dinner, not planning grocery list, not doing pickup drop off
Yeah.
at sports and activities, not dealing with, the car line drama or the aftercare pickup. Like, when are you really off where you can literally shut your phone off and be okay? It doesn't
Well,
happen.
Let me tell you about what I just got like an hour ago.
Oh.
You're talking about yes days and
got a
days
text.
off. I got a text from my wife, which was a forwarded text from none other than the sales rep at Range Rover where we bought her car last time.
Uh-oh.
It's now out of warranty. And the text is all like, oh, we saw you were in for maintenance. Sorry I didn't get to catch up with you. But hey, here's all the new models. Here's a link to the new models. Why do I need to see this? Oh, well, you know why.
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear yes days and days off. She went big. This is Range Rover Day apparently. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
even know what to say.
a Range Rover would be a bigger, better present than a spa day. The Range Rover's
Listen,
every day.
I'm off the expensive purchasing vehicles for my wife. Tip forever. That X5 that I bought her is beat to shit. I ain't seen a car that's bigger beat to shit than that X5. All right, I go in that car. First of all, I could put gas in that car, the day before, and then get in it in the fucking morning, and it's on empty. All right, so that's number one with that car. And then the second thing with that car, I'll go in there and I swear I could clean it up, get it completely detailed. Nobody could go in the car and then and find like 3 or 4 goldfish in the back seat somewhere, just like hanging around. Done. Dings, dents, tires, No more.
So what are you gonna do? Get her like a Honda Odyssey?
Not a
Just
bad
step
idea.
Down from BMW to like minivan, she's gonna whoop your ass.
Not a
That's
bad
what-
idea.
She's not gonna
Ian.
drive
Not
that at your daughter's
Every-
all-girls Catholic private school. She's not rolling up
Yeah.
in a Honda.
And we all know every extra penny you're spending.
She's not,
on
Moncy.
X5 is gonna be one less complaint, one less headache you got to deal with. So you know you're gonna spend that.
I don't want to
No
talk
way.
about this anymore.
Get her an electric car. I have a Tesla. Get a Tesla.
Not a chance.
No gas. No gas. No gas.
That's even worse, Lisa. That means she
Why?
gonna wake up in the morning. There's not gonna be
Forget to
a
charge it.
charge on the car, and then she can be like,
Take
"My
your
car
car.
is not charged. I'm
You'll be
taking
Ubering.
yours," and then I'm gonna have to sit there and charge
Uber.
it, and then go.
Oh. We have a thing in our
No.
house. Whoever is low, because Tony has a Cybertruck, the plug goes
I
into
bet
that
he
car
does.
at night.
I bet he
Yeah.
does. He looks like a Cybertruck guy.
Does he? Oh yeah. He
my
waited.
kids are
waited-
obsessed with the Cybertruck.
He waited 4 years for the Cybertruck. He was on the wait list for 4 years. Me and the girls, we made so much fun of him. I'm like, you're never getting a Cybertruck. We got him a little, what are the Matchbox
keychain?
cards? We gave it to him for Christmas, and I'm like, this is the only Cybertruck you're ever gonna get. It's this big. And then 2 months later, he got the Cybertruck.
He was always a car guy too, man. Like I
Oh,
always
God,
remember him
yeah,
like
loves
like
cars.
souped up cars, you know. Like, I was like,
Loves cars.
damn,
yeah.
T.
Yeah.
Every
loves
day
it.
on the way to school for the drop off, we see at least 2 or 3 Cybertrucks, and they yell it out, "Cybertruck!"
Yeah.
They love them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't get it.
It's like a tank.
I mean, I
it's
get,
bulletproof. I'm like, wow, no one's gonna be shooting at us. We're gonna be okay, guys.
yeah.
Because it's like a cartoon. It's like a
Bulletproof.
cartoon character of a vehicle. That's why
Yeah.
kids like it. It's like just a
Yeah.
cartoon character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, Dad, why don't you get a Cybertruck? I'm like, you are in a Cadillac.
Oh.
What are you complaining about? You have your own monitor. What else do I have to get for you?
Oh yeah.
It never ends.
Yeah.
It never ends with the complaints.
No.
All right.
But hey,
it
guys,
doesn't.
it was a blast.
Yes.
Great
Thanks
catching
for
up.
inviting me. We'll do it
We're gonna have
again.
to have Lisa back on again if she could put up with our bullshit.
I
Nope,
can
she
do it.
ain't gonna do it, bro. She said that to be nice, Ian. She's a one and doneer. She's not gonna want to hang out with us.
Not
Uh,
true. Not true. I
we're
hung out with
circling
you
back
guys
on
for
Father's
many
Day.
years. Many
We're
years.
bringing Tony on for Father's Day.
Yeah.
We say, guess what you get, bro? Day off.
Yeah.
Yes day.
Reciprocation.
You get a yes day.
Yes day. It's a thing now. You know. It's all over TikTok. Give your kid a yes day.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not happening.
All right, guys. Signing off. Pleasure
Sounds
as always,
good.
Mons. Great to see you, Lisa.
You too.
Yes.
Definitely do it again.
You got it.
Take
Happy
care.
weekend, guys.
It's needed.
Same to you.